YouTube, this is Justin with Super Paintball Review. New Trracer by Empire. A friend of mine named Alex, goes by Alex H on the forums, MCB and PBN. This is his gun. He picked it up on Friday at World Cup, and it's a great little pump. He brought it out to a 210 scrimmage that we did on Saturday, and I played a couple rounds with it. Just like a Trracer, bottled out the back, or Maverick, or old school Trracer Maverick, sorry. Bottled out the back. It is drilled for bottom line. It is also first strike compatible, which there's not a feed system yet for that, but apparently, to my understanding, there is going to be one. Rails on top, rails on bottom, rails on top here. A lot of people were concerned about the way that the pump would feel. I used it probably 3 games on Saturday, and it was no different than anything else that I've ever felt. I didn't notice it one bit. Obviously with the rails you can use typical Picatinny accessories, foregrips, whatever. I'm not a Nelson guy, I don't know. One thing a lot of people were curious about is, will freak barrels fit them? Yes, they will. It fits perfect, and it actually looks good with my dust black tip on it. Pretty much looks more or less the same as just by reporting. Yeah, it works fine. And actually, believe it or not, being that it's skinnier than this, it actually gives it a little bit makes it a little bit smoother. Gives a little bit more play in the pump handle, because I think the pump handle does rely on the barrel itself for stability, just like your old school Mavericks and Tracers. But I use this free kit on it with a 679. By the way, it does have a clamping feed neck, and it shot well. One problem with it, I had a 12 ounce on the back, a 12 ounce CO2 bottle. And the 12 ounce, I was able to shoulder it all right and aim perfectly fine. I aim down the side of guns, so I was able to aim with a 12 ounce. Problem is, it was inconsistent as hell. I believe Alex took it over to the chrono. He said it was going anywhere from what was it, 260 to 275, which is to be expected for an unregged CO2 marker. So anywhere from 260 to 275, okay, it's a little high, but whatever. And then it jumped down to, I believe he said in the 150s, 160s, and went back up to 260, 275, we're in there somewhere, and then shot sky high to like 380, I believe he said, or 370, something like that. Not only is that dangerous, and it would hurt like hell, but it turned it into a blender. Whenever I was testing the CO2 as I was shooting, 1, 2, 3, it looks fine. Fourth one was just straight paint, like I was out there trying to paint a house. It was just straight paint. And then for some reason, I don't know, it may be a fluke, I don't know. Maybe there was liquid CO2 getting pulled in somehow. I have no idea. It wasn't aiming it downwards. But every time I pumped the shot, it was just liquid paint. It was nothing coming out. So I moved to my 68 compressed air, and then it shot beautifully. It was really consistent. It was plus minus 10 easy. But then the problem with that was, with a back bottle with a 68, I couldn't get my head down any lower than this, so I was having to like do some weird, I don't know. Anyways, so I think with a bottom line, maybe in a compressed air tank, it might be perfect. I need some more time with it. Hopefully Alex will give me that. But I like it. It looks good. I'm gonna do a comparison with it with a Maverick, which is identical. I mean, if you hold them up together, you can tell they're brothers. I'm going to take them both apart and try to switch the parts off, see what is compatible, what isn't, and go with that. So, yeah, new Trracer from Empire. I like it so far. I got to figure out what's going on with the CO2. It may have been a fluke. I'm going to do some more testing and get back to you about that. There you go. Picked it up at World Cup, $120. Goodbye.